Charles Bronson's daughter has stepped into the spotlight, shedding light on the complexities of her father's life. She has shared insights that reveal the man behind the tough exterior, confirming long-held beliefs about his character and experiences. Her revelations paint a picture of a man who, despite his hardened roles, faced personal struggles and challenges that shaped him. In her candid discussions, she touches on the impact of his career on their family life, illustrating the sacrifices made and the emotional toll it took. She speaks of the warmth and love he showed at home, contrasting sharply with the fierce personas he portrayed on screen. This duality adds depth to the public's understanding of Bronson, as his daughter recounts stories that highlight his humanity, vulnerability, and the complexities of being a Hollywood icon. As she opens up about their relationship, it becomes clear that her father's legacy is not just about the films he starred in, but also about the man he was away from the cameras. Her insights challenge the perceptions many have held for years, offering a fresh perspective on a legendary figure. Charles Bronson was born on November 3, 1921, in Ehrenfeld, Pennsylvania, a small coal mining town nestled in the Allegheny Mountains. He was the 11th child of 15 born to Lithuanian immigrants who had come to America in search of a better life. Growing up in a large family during the Great Depression, Bronson faced many challenges. His father worked in the coal mines, a job that was both physically demanding and dangerous. Tragically, when Bronson was just 10 years old, his father passed away from a lung disease that he had contracted after years of laboring in the mines. This loss had a profound impact on the family, leading to significant financial hardships that forced them to struggle to make ends meet. The early years of Bronson's life were marked by poverty, but they also instilled in him a strong work ethic and resilience. These experiences would later shape his character and influence his career as an actor, where he often portrayed tough, gritty characters who faced adversity head-on. The struggles of his youth would remain a part of his identity throughout his life and career. Growing up in a household where English was not the primary language posed significant challenges for Charles Bronson. This environment made it difficult for him to assimilate into the broader American culture. His strong accent often led others to mistake him for a foreigner, which could have affected his sense of belonging. Despite these challenges, Bronson was fluent in several languages, including Lithuanian, Russian, and Greek. This linguistic ability reflected his heritage and the diverse influences in his upbringing. His fluency in these languages may have provided him with a unique perspective on life and culture, enriching his experiences as he navigated the world of acting. The language barriers he faced in his early life likely shaped his character and resilience, qualities that would later resonate in his film roles. Bronson's journey from a non-English speaking child to a celebrated actor illustrates the complexities of identity and communication in a multicultural society. At 16, Bronson began working in the coal mines, a decision that would shape much of his early life. He started in the mining office, where he learned the basics of the industry. However, the call of the mines was strong, and soon he found himself working underground. The work was tough and dangerous, requiring immense physical strength and resilience. He earned just one for every ton of coal he extracted, a meager sum for the grueling labor he performed. The mines were dark and confined, creating an atmosphere filled with tension and fear. Each day, he faced the risk of accidents, cave-ins, and the ever-present threat of gas leaks. This environment left him with lasting physical scars, reminders of the dangers he encountered. The experience also instilled in him a deep fear of confined spaces, a fear that would linger long after he left the mines. The harsh realities of coal mining shaped his character and influenced his later roles as an actor, where he often portrayed tough, resilient characters. During the Great Depression, Bronson's family faced severe financial hardships that deeply affected their daily lives. They often struggled to put food on the table, and hunger was a constant presence in their home. His mother, trying to make do with what little they had, would sometimes feed his younger sister warm tea instead of milk, as there simply were not enough resources to provide for the family. This situation forced Bronson to wear his sister's dress to school because they could not afford proper clothing for him. Such experiences shaped his early life, instilling in him a sense of resilience and determination. The struggles of his childhood would later influence his work and the characters he portrayed on screen. The harsh realities of growing up in poverty left a lasting impression on Bronson, making him more aware of the challenges faced by those in similar situations. These formative years were marked by a constant battle against the odds, which would ultimately contribute to the strength and toughness he displayed in his later roles. In 1943, during the tumultuous times of World War II, Bronson enlisted in the United States Army Air Forces. His decision to join the military was a significant step, reflecting the spirit of many young men of that era who felt the call to serve their country. There were claims that he served as a tail gunner, a role that would have placed him in the thick of aerial combat. However, it was later revealed that while he had received training as a gunner, his actual duties during the war were quite different. Instead of engaging in the dangerous missions that a tail gunner would face, Bronson spent his time driving a delivery truck. This role, while essential to the war effort, kept him away from the front lines and the intense combat situations that many of his peers experienced. His military service, though not as glamorous as some might have imagined, played a part in shaping his character and future career in acting. The experiences he had during this time contributed to the tough guy persona he would later portray on screen, making his journey from soldier to actor all the more compelling. After the war, Charles Bronson found himself navigating a series of different jobs to make ends meet. He worked as a bricklayer, a short-order cook, and even leased beach chairs in Atlantic City. These experiences, while varied, did not fulfill him. It was during this time that he discovered a hidden talent for painting, which caught the attention of some actors. They were impressed by his skills and encouraged him to explore the world of acting. This encouragement sparked a new passion within him. In 1949, seeking to pursue this newfound interest, Bronson made the significant decision to move to California. Once there, he enrolled in the Pasadena Playhouse, a well-known acting school, where he dedicated himself to studying the craft of acting. This marked a pivotal moment in his life, as he began to transform from a man of many trades into a serious actor, ready to take on the challenges of the entertainment industry. His journey from various odd jobs to the stage was not just a career change, it was the beginning of a lifelong passion that would eventually lead him to become one of the most recognized figures in film history. In the early stages of his acting career, Charles Bronson was not yet the iconic figure he would later become. Initially credited as Charles Buczynski, he took on minor roles that often went unnoticed. His first film appearance was uncredited, where he played a sailor in the 1951 movie You're in the Navy Now. This role marked the beginning of his journey in the film industry, but it was just a small step. Throughout the 1950s, Bronson found himself cast in various tough guy roles, which suited his rugged appearance and demeanor. He appeared in both films and television shows, gradually building a reputation as a reliable actor for roles that required a strong masculine presence. His performances often showcased a blend of toughness and vulnerability, allowing him to connect with audiences. As he continued to work in the industry, these early experiences laid the groundwork for his later success as a leading man in action films. In 1954, Bronson made a significant change in his life by altering his surname from Buczynski to Bronson. This decision came during a time of great political tension in the United States, particularly with the House Un-American Activities Committee proceedings. Many individuals in the entertainment industry were concerned about being linked to communism, especially if they had names that sounded foreign or Russian. Bronson, who had a Russian-sounding last name, felt the pressure of these fears. By adopting the name Bronson, he aimed to distance himself from any potential associations with communism. This change not only reflected the political climate of the time, but also marked a pivotal moment in his career. The new name helped him to establish a more American identity, which was crucial for his success in Hollywood. As he moved forward in his acting career, the name Charles Bronson became synonymous with tough guy roles and action films, solidifying his place as a legendary figure in cinema. His choice to change his name was not just a personal decision, but a strategic move that would influence his career trajectory and public perception for years to come. Despite not always being cast in big-budget films, Charles Bronson gained significant fame in Europe, particularly after the French actor Alain Delon invited him to France. This invitation marked a turning point in Bronson's career. In 1968, he starred in the hit movie Adieu l'ami, which showcased his unique style and rugged persona. The film was well received and helped to elevate his status in the European film industry. Bronson's tough guy image resonated with audiences, and he quickly became a popular figure in European cinema. His performances often highlighted themes of justice and revenge, which appealed to many viewers. The collaboration with Delon not only introduced him to a new audience, but also opened doors for more roles in European films. As a result, Bronson's career flourished in this new environment, allowing him to take on diverse characters and stories that differed from the Hollywood roles he had previously played. His time in Europe solidified his reputation as a leading man and contributed to his lasting legacy in the film industry. In 1963, Bronson played a significant role in The Great Escape, portraying Flight Lieutenant Danny Valinsky, an expert in tunnel digging. This character was crucial to the film's plot, which revolved around a group of Allied prisoners of war attempting to escape from a German camp during World War II. Bronson's portrayal of Valinsky was notable not only for its depth, but also for the personal connection he felt to the character. Having experienced claustrophobia himself, Bronson could relate to the challenges of being confined in tight spaces, which added authenticity to his performance. The film showcased Bronson's ability to convey both strength and vulnerability, making Valinsky a memorable character among the ensemble cast. His skills in tunnel digging were not just a plot device, they symbolized hope and the human spirit's resilience in the face of adversity. The Great Escape became a classic, and Bronson's role contributed significantly to its enduring legacy. His performance resonated with audiences, highlighting the importance of teamwork and courage in dire situations. The film remains a testament to Bronson's talent and the powerful storytelling of that era. During the 1970s, Charles Bronson became a prominent figure in Hollywood, known for his tough guy persona. He starred in several notable films that showcased his rugged charm and acting skills. One of these films was Breakout, where he played a character determined to rescue a friend from a Mexican prison. This role further established his image as a man of action. Another significant film was Breakheart Pass, a Western thriller that combined suspense with Bronson's signature intensity. In Hard Times, he portrayed a street fighter during the Great Depression, highlighting his ability to connect with audiences through gritty storytelling. Throughout this decade, Bronson's popularity soared, making him one of the highest-paid actors in the industry. In 1975, he was ranked fourth in box office drawing power, a testament to his widespread appeal and the demand for his films. His performances resonated with viewers, solidifying his status as an iconic figure in action cinema. Bronson's most iconic role was in the Death Wish series, which began in 1974. The original film introduced audiences to Paul Kersey, a mild-mannered architect who becomes a vigilante after his wife is murdered and his daughter is assaulted. This character resonated with many viewers, tapping into the fears and frustrations of urban life during that era. The film's themes of justice and revenge sparked significant controversy, as it raised questions about morality and the effectiveness of the legal system. Despite the debates surrounding its content, the original Death Wish was a commercial success, grossing $22 million at the box office. This success led to several sequels, each exploring the consequences of Kersey's actions and the impact of vigilantism on society. Bronson's portrayal of Kersey became a defining moment in his career, solidifying his status as a tough guy actor and a cultural icon. The series remains influential, often referenced in discussions about crime, justice, and the role of the individual in confronting societal issues. The Death Wish films sparked significant controversy for their portrayal of vigilante justice. The series, which began with the original film in 1974, featured Charles Bronson as Paul Kersey, a man who takes the law into his own hands after his wife is murdered and his daughter is assaulted. This theme of personal revenge resonated with many viewers, but also raised serious ethical questions. Critics argued that the films glorified violence and could inspire real-life vigilantism. Despite these concerns, Bronson remained steadfast in his belief that the films conveyed a deeper message about the dangers of revenge and the moral complexities surrounding it. His agent expressed worries about the potential impact of the films, but Bronson felt that the character's journey reflected a societal frustration with crime and the justice system. The series continued with multiple sequels, each exploring the consequences of Kersey's actions and the cycle of violence. Bronson's portrayal became iconic, and the films left a lasting mark on popular culture, igniting debates about justice, morality, and the role of individuals in confronting crime. Known for his tough guy roles in films, Charles Bronson had a reputation off-screen that mirrored the characters he portrayed. He was recognized for his fiery temper, which often led to clashes with directors and crew members. This reputation for being difficult to work with was not just a rumor, it stemmed from his strong personality and unwillingness to back down. In his younger years, Bronson was involved in a brawl that escalated to the point where he broke a sergeant's arm. This incident highlighted his readiness to engage in physical confrontations, reinforcing the image of a man who was as formidable in real life as he was on screen. His tough demeanor and no-nonsense attitude made him a compelling figure in Hollywood, but it also created a divide between him and those who worked with him. Despite the challenges he posed, Bronson's talent and charisma kept him in the spotlight, making him a legendary figure in the film industry. His off-screen behavior contributed to the mystique surrounding him, leaving a lasting impression on fans and colleagues alike. Bronson married actress Jill Ireland in 1968, after a complicated love triangle involving Ireland's then-husband, David McCallum. Their relationship began while they were working together, and it blossomed despite the challenges posed by McCallum's presence. This romance was not just a fleeting affair. It developed into a deep bond that lasted for many years. Bronson and Ireland shared a strong connection, both personally and professionally, appearing in several films together. They faced many ups and downs, including Ireland's battle with cancer, which Bronson supported her through with unwavering dedication. In addition to his marriage, Bronson had multiple children, including Katrina Holden Bronson, whom he adopted. This act of adoption highlighted his caring nature and commitment to family. His relationships were often marked by loyalty and a sense of responsibility, traits that defined his character both on and off the screen. The love he shared with Ireland and his role as a father contributed significantly to his life, shaping the man behind the tough guy image he portrayed in films. Later in life, Bronson faced various health challenges that significantly impacted his ability to continue acting. One of the major issues was the need for a hip replacement, which is a common procedure for those experiencing severe joint pain and mobility issues. This surgery often requires a long recovery period, and for someone like Bronson, who had built a career on physical roles, it was a difficult transition. As his health continued to decline, he made the decision to retire from acting in the mid-1990s. This was a significant moment for both him and his fans, as he had been a prominent figure in the film industry for decades, known for his tough guy persona and memorable performances. Unfortunately, Bronson's health issues did not end there. He passed away in 2003 at the age of 81. The cause of his death was respiratory failure, which was complicated by metastatic lung cancer. This combination of health problems marked the end of a remarkable life and career, leaving behind a legacy that continues to be celebrated by fans around the world. Despite his tough persona, Charles Bronson was a sensitive individual with a rich inner life. He had a profound love for painting and sculpting, which allowed him to express his emotions and creativity away from the harsh roles he often portrayed on screen. This artistic side revealed a depth that many fans may not have recognized, as he often played rugged characters in action films. His sensitivity extended beyond art. He was also quite cautious about germs. Bronson avoided handshakes, preferring to keep a safe distance from others, which reflected his concern for cleanliness and health. This behavior was part of his unique personality, showing that he was not just the tough guy he appeared to be. Additionally, he had a deep fear of fire, which influenced many of his lifestyle choices. This fear may have stemmed from personal experiences or simply a strong aversion to danger. It shaped how he lived, making him more cautious in various situations. Bronson's legacy is not just about the tough characters he played, but also about the complex man he was behind the scenes. His love for art, his cautious nature, and his fears paint a picture of a multifaceted individual who navigated life with a blend of strength and sensitivity.